Welcome to Late Breakfast. I'm Taurian B.
I'm First Class Regg.
What's up, everybody? How you guys feeling today?
Feeling good.
Feeling great.
All right, we got
Why are you still in my...
We say the same thing?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, that was cute.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Good night.
We got Jamesy here, live from Miss Lily's.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got Julius live from the basement.
Still owing my mama rent.
We got Eli in the other in Regg's other room.
What up?
And we got LaShawn live from the mansion. What up?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, exposed.
All right, this week we want to get straight into it. This week's topic is what the fuck is going on with Lil Wayne? Let's go down the events of 2020 that has been happening with Lil Wayne. Number one, his hair. What the fuck? What's that about, right? Number two, we find out that, he has tax problems. And from the tax problems, next thing you know, we see him appear in a picture endorsing Donald Trump, talking about the platinum plan. That was weird. And, there were rumors that he was getting a pardon because he's facing gun charges that, he could send him away for up to 10 years. And, that's him violating because he's already, been locked up in New York City for gun-related charges. So that's pretty bad. I mean, if Donald Trump told me he would pardon me on those charges, I might take that picture too. No, I don't know. I can't.
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie, I would.
So
like true.
I'm just saying I'm a millionaire, and I'm a millionaire, and Lil Wayne probably only has 10 years left of his life on this planet. He doesn't look like he's going to live much longer.
Wow.
Wow. This is spoken like a true Harlem nigga. Wow. I just want y'all to know that.
That's not a spoken like a true Harlem nigga, bro. I'm just telling you.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, I'm not. Lil Wayne.
You would do some sellout shit for a short period of time. Sounds like Alpo to me.
I don't know. What I'm telling you is that Lil Wayne is a millionaire who already went to jail and talks about at length how much he hated it. So what I'm saying, if I'm a Lil Wayne shoes, I didn't say from a Harlem person shoes. I didn't say from Billy shoes. I said if I'm millionaire Lil Wayne, and they say all I got to do is take a picture.
Jeez.
Right? So he also dropped 2 projects this year. He dropped No Ceilings 4, the first version, and he just recently dropped No Ceilings B-sides.
3.
I'm sorry?
3.
No Ceilings 3? I'm sorry. No Ceilings 3 and No Ceilings 3, the B-side. He's gotten rave reviews for it. Some great verses. He also has recently spoken about the Grammys and saying how he feels a way that he wasn't invited. And I guess they're actually having the Grammys with people in the audience. So that was weird to me that he was mad that he wasn't invited. Corona though, my dude, Corona.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah, so I wouldn't feel a way about not being invited to the Grammys.
I don't think Wayne even knows that there's a pandemic happening.
I would not be surprised if he
doesn't. You know what?
I genuinely feel that way.
I've not seen Wayne wear a mask once. So
I haven't even heard him speak about COVID in any way, shape, or form. Not like
he actually raps about it on the B-sides. He raps about it on the B-sides, and I saw pictures of him with a mask at his daughter's birthday.
I didn't listen to that project.
I did. I forgot about it. Reg is right. He did rap about it. So yeah. I just want to like I said in the title, what the fuck is going on with Lil Wayne? Like, it's just like if somebody would have told me all of these events that are happening 10 years ago with Lil Wayne, I would call them a goddamn liar. You got to think about it. This is a guy who, to me, this is no different than people should be no less appalled at him than they are at Kanye. Think about it. Kanye said George Bush doesn't care about white people. Lil Wayne made a song called "Fuck Georgia Bush," right? So they both took stances and they both spoke on things passionately about the leaders of the free world that we deem leaders that don't care about our people. Wayne like was on it. And then as we find out, Wayne doesn't know shit about politics. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't care what's going on. He doesn't feel that he's black. He's Lil Wayne. So, you know, I think it's funny to me how like pretty much like Lil Wayne gets a pass where everybody just says, "Oh, that's Lil Wayne." I don't know. Man. I think.
Hey, I didn't give him a pass for shit. I didn't give him a pass for shit. Not me.
LaShawn,
I didn't even. I didn't listen to that new project. I didn't listen to shit that he's dropped after. Not even after the Trump thing, but correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he had said not all cops are bad.
Yeah, because a cop saved his life. Yeah.
When that and this is coming from someone who got his bus searched like on some, you know, like on some bullshit and got put in Rikers for how long was it? Like that was crazy. And for you to come out and be like, yo, you guys shouldn't talk bad about all these cops because all cops aren't bad. Like, get the fuck out of here.
You know what's crazy about that situation, James? Like when that happened to him, he didn't say fuck cops. He said fuck New York.
Yeah,
Yeah. Coming to New York.
What?
He blamed it on
exactly right. He did say that.
Blamed it on New York.
Shit.
I definitely forgot he said that, son.
Wow. Yeah, he didn't say fuck 12 or any of that.
Yeah,
he said fuck New York.
New York. Like, yeah, it's New York. I mean, all right, so obviously we know Wayne isn't very much in tune with life and everything like that. I remember hearing Superhead talk about Wayne, how fascinated she was about him or with him because he lived in his own world. Like literally, Wayne is in his own world at all times. Like he's so unaware of shit that's going on around him. And we saw glimpses of that, right? Like he had a really good Drink Champs interview earlier this year.
Was that this year?
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
That was earlier this year where he talks about like not being in tune with shit and people thinking that he was joking. Like him hearing Wheezy out of here and thinking it's a fucking compliment, or him hearing about 21 Savage and thinking it's a group. So it's like,
bro,
Wayne isn't all
that shit never gets old.
Right? Wayne isn't all the way there. So it's like, all right, well, I can just, from me being a Wayne fan from the early Hot Boys days to, to where he is now, I've been able to see like the trajectory. I've been able to see him reach his absolute fucking peak. I've been able to see him literally do a roller coaster dive. And for me, I just take it as surface level of the raps. I'm still a big fan of the rapping. Like when you listen to No Ceilings 3, he's rapping his fucking ass off. He can really rap. But now, am I taking life advice from him? Am I taking all this other shit from him? I think the difference for me between his career and Kanye's is that I can still listen to Wayne because I think Wayne is still a really good rapper. I don't hold Kanye to the same standard of rapping. Not anymore, at least. So I think that's the difference for me. That's why I don't hold Wayne accountable like I do Kanye.
Sounds like a cop-out, but okay.
Feel like Lil Wayne going broke, baby.
That's not
fair. Let's talk about it, LaShawn.
Wayne rapped his ass off this year. Wayne rapped his ass off this year.
Did he really?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Okay, when people ask when a tree falls in the forest and no one's around, do you hear it? You was at that forest.
Well, you see how that doesn't apply here, Julius? Because he has one of the most downloaded mixtapes this year.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
That's good. That's good.
Let me ask you a question, Reg. If Kanye was making the music that you like the most from Kanye, let's say if he was still making music in the ilk of Late Registration, would you say, well, you know what, Kanye's still making the music that I like, so you know what, it's whatever, like, you know, he lives in a bubble, blah, 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 because I could say, well, Kanye lives in a bubble too.
Yeah, but Kanye is still somewhat aware, not like Wayne.
Have you seen Kanye West interviews? You think he's aware?
No, bro.
I think Kanye is way more aware than
Kanye. Way more credit than he deserves. Wait, Kanye don't be aware. Remember the Charlemagne interview, and like Charlemagne was asking him shit. He was like, "Yo, I don't know. I have to look into that." He don't be knowing shit.
I don't know. I feel like Kanye is more aware than Wayne.
I still don't think it should matter.
I think Kanye's way more aware than Wayne too.
I don't think either one of them are more aware than the other one. I think that Kanye knows whatever he wants to know, and I think that Kanye is informed after the fact. And I think Wayne the same way. Like even with music, like he'd be like, "What's that?" Like someone has to tell them. Like both of them, they have to be told like what's going on, like in the world and shit like that. Like when people are telling them, like I think like when George Floyd happened, like Kim had to like tell Kanye, like, "Babe, like this man was killed in the street," and Kanye was like, "That don't happen. That's not real." Like you know what I'm saying? Like I think he was like, "Nah, that's a pause. That would never happen on camera." And then she showed him, and he was like, "Yo, that's what the fuck." And then
but the thing with Kanye,
I don't think Kanye's that disconnected, bro.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And I'm sorry to make this like a Kanye a Wayne comparison thing, but like I think I'm more disappointed in Kanye for the fact that he started out as a conscious rapper of being.
That's a fact.
Wayne had a few songs here and there. Like he had Tie My Hands, he had Georgia Bush, but that wasn't his
mad shit, son.
Yeah.
Like Kanye had real shit like his we know about his mother being arrested at the sit-ins or his grandmother. Like we know about all of that. Like he went from that to where he is now. That's a way bigger difference.
Kanye wasn't rapping
than what Wayne is going through.
He rapped about things that his mother told him.
All right, so but still,
that means he's knowledgeable.
Yeah, but regardless, if she told him like what it was, that's him still being knowledgeable about what's going on,
and he felt moved.
So he's still informed,
and he felt moved enough to rap about it. So it's a way bigger.
Yeah, yo, from Kanye's first album all the way up to like damn near Life is Pablo, he talks about all that stuff. You know what I mean? But it wasn't up until we reached this new depressed ultra ego fucking Make America Great Again Kanye that we all got stumped because it was just like, we all saw it your whole entire career. This is what you were on, and then you just switched up on us. So I
don't know, but let's wrap it back.
I think y'all still think Wayne rap.
Let's go. No, it's fine. Hold on. Let's wriggle it back in. So, all right. Now, LaShawn said that he thinks Lil Wayne is broke. Now, we're going to connect the dots from why we think that Lil Wayne is broke. He is in incredible debt. He's in tax trouble. And he has, it was reported now, all of it hasn't been confirmed, but he had a falling out with a manager that he had because apparently his longtime managers, Cortez Bryant and Mac Main, he fell out with them. So then Ron Sweeney.
He fell out with Mac?
Yeah. But
I know that.
I wonder. That's the reason why he went on Vlad and started.
Let me get through this, guys. I would love to get through.
Really?
I'm sorry.
I would love to get through this, guys, so we can get to the next part. So he had a falling out with those guys because when he was going through his legal battle with Baby and Universal to get the money that he was promised back, like legal documents came out, and there were things that he found out that they didn't do, and that's why, or money that was spent they didn't tell him about, and that's why he was upset. So he went and he reached out to Ronald Sweeney, and Ronald Sweeney helped him clean up a lot of things that was going on. Once Cortez and Mac Man, who are his childhood best friends, they were able to wrangle Wayne back in, and then they parted ways again. He parted ways with Ronald Sweeney. So Ronald Sweeney became upset because he felt like he put in a lot of work. He was, he helped Wayne get his finances and things in order. And he's taking Wayne to court now, trying to sue him for, his services, his unpaid services. What's come out in those documents is that Lil Wayne cut a deal with Universal to sell his music catalog to Universal. So that was the first reports, right? So that was the legal documents. He's saying that, like, I know Wayne has the money to pay me that he's saying that he doesn't have because he just got $100 million deal for his catalog. A week later, it comes out that he sold all of Young Money's catalog. So obviously, when you think about that, people are wondering, all right, does that include Nicki and Drake's solo catalog, or does that just include when it's under the branch of Young Money as a group? Because there's a difference. So there's a lot of confusion going on with that because some people feel that's not 100% true because Wayne doesn't even own 100% of the music that they make. So the thing is everyone is just wondering, like, why would Wayne's catalog should be worth more than $100 million alone?
Hell yeah, especially when he signed for that.
So for him to even bundle it, let's hypothetically say Nicki and Drake solo stuff isn't included, but the Young Money stuff is included, like Bedrock and all that stuff that they recorded for that project, and whatever other unreleased music that they have under the moniker Young Money as a group, right? That is way more than $100 million. Why would he sell for so low and so fast if money troubles isn't the problem? Like, it's like it has to be like I would imagine that it has to be some kind of like stipulation in there where like Wayne still has some kind of control or Wayne still has some say or some percentage. But many people are speculating that he's just flat out broke and he just sold it because he needed money fast. And Wayne is not a businessman, and he's never been very business savvy. He's always been about the music. And I think, from my opinion, this is just years and years of Wayne not paying attention to his business, and now he's just at a mad dash to keep the lifestyle that he has for himself.
I don't think it's just the mad dash to keep his lifestyle. It's the fact he's facing even more charges now, and the charges he's facing is not short money when it comes to having legal representation. Another thing we have to think about Wayne is, while he may not care about business, he's had multiple times where he's complained about his business and made it a public issue, his business. So, he's shot himself in the foot at this point. I think we were discussing, like, Wayne himself to me is worth a little more over the 100 million just himself, his catalog. For him to sell everything, like, if we think about it, if it does go under this Young Money imprint, that's basically everything prior to Scorpion for Drake. That's everything Nicki. That's Tyga's projects up till the last two or one or two. Like, and like you said, the Young Money, like this, there's no way that even if it's just a portion where he's still retaining rights, was 100 million anywhere equal to what he should be getting, it sounds like. And to be honest, his manager that he went to, Sweeney, he kind of does deserve that cut. It sounds like he's the reason why all that shit got to where it was. And Wayne finally was able to at least get Young Money. And then after that, wasn't able to do anything else past that.
I think what's happening, well, for one, I don't think Wayne is broke. I think the bigger question here is what the hell is happening that all of these artists are selling their catalogs? Because not just Wayne sold his catalog. Wayne sold his catalog for 100 mil, and granted, that might seem low, but when you put it in perspective, Bob Dylan sold his for what, 300 mil? So how much do we...
Yeah, but look, how old is Bob Dylan, brother?
You're absolutely right. But, okay, so how old is Bob Dylan? He's selling his for 300 million, and how long has Bob Dylan been out? Wayne is selling his for 100 million. So I think when you look at it like that, 100 million doesn't seem so low.
100 million seems really low, bro.
Also, what you have to realize is Bob Dylan and a lot of these legacy acts that we're thinking of, we're not even talking about the money that they're getting paid in the back just because of the Music Modernization Act. Anything that's recorded before 1972, they still have to get all of that back pay. That's why it makes sense for an artist like Bob Dylan. 300 million, we still don't know what we're getting back. So the people getting those masters are taking a shot. The people going for Stevie Nicks are still going to get more money coming back just with all of the shit that they're going to get, the money that they're going to get prior to this. So for these bigger longevity acts, it makes more sense. And also when we talk about these acts, it's like Taurian said, they only sell a portion, and they also sell these portions while they're able to collect money in perpetuity over time. So a lot of this time that they're going to make money, they're just not going to have a say what it is. And the biggest thing is this goes to licensing. This goes to the movie music we hear in the movies, music we hear in the background of shit. That's where the real money gets made when it comes to music nowadays, is the licensing and everything. Like, that's where the big companies get it from. So all of this is going to change the dynamic even more, how business is going to be done. And I just feel like Wayne, as what's supposed to be one of our legacy artists from a younger generation, from, like, I would say this third generation, fourth generation of superstars in hip hop. Wayne kind of like, I feel like he sold short for pennies, and it's going to hurt a lot of other artists going forward because of it. Like, I feel like when these big time artists sell themselves short, the greats, the legends, when their business isn't right, it kind of sucks for the people coming from behind them because it always gets used against them.
Another thing is when artists sell their music to a brand, it's like what LA Reid just did. LA Reid and The Dream just sold their music to large companies that house music. So a lot of people, because like, you know, we've been hearing from like Jay-Z, and I remember like it was like said like a long time ago, like Ray Charles owns his masters. There's certain artists that know how to control their music estates and like do all the business. And then there's some certain artists that don't want to deal with that. So what they do is they sell their catalog, but they still have a sense of control of like where their music is played. Like Marvin Gaye's family. Marvin Gaye's family, like if you like what Pharrell did, if you even make a song that sounds like a melody that Marvin Gaye did, they can still do a cease and desist. But Marvin Gaye's family is not in full control of his catalog, but they're allowed to say what they want and what they don't want to be used. So it's possibility that Wayne still has some say so with his music catalog. It just seems that him selling that for whatever like partnership that he did with Universal, because he's still a Universal artist. It just seems odd, but you know, it just seems odd that he wouldn't keep the music for himself, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't have some sense of control or some say so in what's going on. It just, the number is just really low for what the choice that he made. And that's why it's so baffling. Nobody would assume that Lil Wayne's catalog is $100 million.
Yeah, like I said, he signed for $100 million. Right. Remember when that was like a huge deal in hip hop? They even did the song with Khaled and called it $100 million.
He didn't get it, but you know, I think that's another thing. His hand was probably forced because remember he settled out of court, and I think he got less than $20 million from Birdman and Universal. He didn't get all that money that he was supposed to be owed. And they said that's because it was spent on this and houses and cars and stuff like that, legal stuff when he got locked up the first time. They gave him like a whole like spiel on why like he didn't get all the money, because they basically said he didn't make the money back. And that's the nasty part of the industry. And I think that's why like on the Joe Budden podcast, he didn't go deep dive into it, but he made a very good point. He said, remember when Lil Wayne came home from jail and Birdman just gave him $1 million in cash? But like whenever we look at Drake, like it looks like all the money that they say that he's earning, like it looks like it's his, from his compound where he lives to his lifestyle. And obviously like Wayne lives an amazing lifestyle, but for him to be complaining about it so much, we heard Drake complain once and things got settled, and it seems like he's very happy. So it's just odd that that's the situation that Wayne's going through right now. And I just, like I said, like we all know, Wayne is just oblivious to everything that's going on around him. And I think that now that he's just finding out, I also think that whatever drug addictions he has kind of like skews his judgment. And I think that a lot of decisions that he's made over the past couple of years have kind of come back to bite him in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, look at what you said right there with the whole him getting $1 million when he came out. And I believe that was right when he came out was another time we heard about him trying to leave the label, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. It's been so many times he's tried to leave.
Yeah. So, and the thing is, go to, for example, the recent conversation T.I. and 21 Savage had, when 21 Savage pointed out he asked T.I. to sign for $1 million, and T.I. told him no to his face, but T.I. explained why to him, and he said T.I. told him, what I'm going to have to collect and make off of you isn't going to be fair.
Yeah.
And he's like, what I'm going to have to do to you, he's like, I think you're a star and you're going to have to fight way harder and go through a lot of bullshit you don't need to, whereas if you just stay independent, eat the shit now, and you grow, you'll be able to be in a much more beneficial situation for yourself. And I think that's what the problem is. Baby's always known what he could do to Wayne and always giving Wayne here, the money here, the money here, but I'm going to collect that on the back end. And if you didn't make it, and then let's go to the whole, we all know Baby isn't the first hands in Wayne's pocket when Wayne gets his money. Baby still has to pay people before it gets to him. So all this time, it's just been horrible business that has led up to this. And at whether or not he's aware or not, he's been aware enough to complain about it publicly. And at this point, it's like, yo, homie, you fucked yourself. And it's really hurting your legacy in the long run. And it's going to hurt up-and-comers in the industry that have to try and make these deals and come behind you for a little bit.
I know Pusha T is having a field day.
Oh my God. Do we have to talk about that, man?
I don't think
Nah, honestly,
even though like he pointed it out years ago, I don't think that Pusha T is happy that he's having legal troubles. I think that he just pointed it out because, you know, there was one point when Wayne was saying, I'm a boss and, you know, talking a lot of shit. You know, he threw shots at Hove and things like that. And like Birdman was saying, Wayne a boss and stuff. And I think he was just pointing out that it was smoke and mirrors of the things that he was saying. And even like with Nicki and Drake, like Wayne don't have that much say so in his two artist careers. Like where do you hear that at? Like, can you imagine like Rick Ross saying, I don't know what's going on with Meek, like, you know, or Wale? Like, it's just one of those things where I think, you know, they was at battle and he pointed those things out, but I don't think that he's happy that is going on, but I'm pretty sure he might have gave a smirk. But yeah, man, I don't know. Like, like all the stuff that's going on with Wayne is like very odd, and I just hope that like people around him can like wrangle him in. He doesn't look good. I know people age, but he just doesn't look good. Like it's
the heroin.
Not even 40.
Can you be honest?
It's all that weed that he's still drinking.
If Wayne dies, are you sad?
If Wayne dies, well, yeah, I'll be sad.
Yo, LaShawn, what type of question
too.
is that?
I'd be sad too, yeah.
I don't even want to think about Wayne passing.
Dude, he's, you know what's crazy? I
still love
talking,
Wayne, man.
You know what's crazy? We're talking about him like this, in this manner, and he's only 38.
Yeah, he's not 40.
What? He's only 38?
He's only 38.
Oh, he got to drink more
Wait,
water.
Forget.
What?
Wayne started when he was like 12.
Yeah. Like 15, 16 when he got on Cash Money, something like that.
No,
yeah,
he
wild, bro.
Like
I feel like
he started rolling with them.
Yeah.
He reached his peak in his career so early that now he's basically like a legacy artist in his late 30s, which is nuts.
You want to know what I compare Wayne's career to? And I think it's pretty accurate. I compare it to like what happened with Muhammad Ali. He went to jail, right? So when he went to jail at the height of his career, and when he came out, like he's been like trying to like get himself together and things like that. And like, you know, Drake was like skyrocketing. You know, when he went to jail, that's when Drake really, really took off, and Nicki, and everybody was like, "Yo, sit back! Like you collecting money, you got two of the hottest artists in the game." And I think that was like to his detriment, because if he doesn't go to jail, I think that his career is going a little bit different. It's not like it's going bad, but it's just like, so he goes to jail, that stops, he comes home, he's doing that, but then he has another stoppage because of the whole dispute he has with Cash Money and Birdman. So that's two big halts in his career where things just got stopped, and like now he's kind of like become like a caricature of himself, where it's just like we like look at Wayne and it's like we like, yo, is he all there? It seems like they just roll him there and just tell him to wake up, and he just starts talking. It's like Weekend at Bernie's with this nigga, yo.
And what I feel most
yo, that high key is accurate.
What I feel most terrible about is, you know, like when Lil Wayne was at his height and we were all so into him, this is how his detractors viewed him whenever you would debate someone who hated Lil Wayne's existence. This is how they viewed him, and now he's exactly that. Like the way his haters looked at him when he was at his peak.
So did they have foresight or were they haters?
I think it was a little bit of both.
Yo, like I think what record came out that Wayne just did and he said I should have left with Juvie? It was mad recent. It was mad recent.
Not Big Sean.
It was something he just did and he said I should have left with Juvie.
I remember I heard that because it was on the timeline. I remember that.
Every time, but the difference is that Birdman wasn't like Birdman would have had whoever signed him in court for so long, they would have said, fuck it, it ain't worth it. Like just cease and desist letters. Like Birdman has Don King lawyers, man. Like it's just one of those things. Like I said, I just want to know what the fuck is going on with. I want to know where the fuck was Matt Main and Cortez. Like I know, like they were shaking their heads the whole time when he went to the White House and met with Trump, and they was just like, man, this ain't.
So here's what I remember being younger, and Wayne was on like a show, and he embarrassed the shit out of Cortez on stage. I think he threw water. He threw like this crazy ass tantrum, and he embarrassed Cortez in front of everybody in the arena.
Messed up. It was something with the set list. Like it was a song that he
some shit.
Yeah, because Wayne.
So hold on. You like interrupting niggas? I'm speaking.
I was just correcting y'all, helping you out, but okay, no problem. Go ahead.
But I say that to say, if he could do that, right, in front of millions, bro, imagine what he do to them behind closed doors. Imagine how crazy he. So think about it this from the mentality of like a nigga to you're trying to be in the best interest of this nigga, but he is talking to you crazy. I bet if you feel like you got it, go ahead. Sometimes you know those who don't hear must feel, and Wayne's been feeling a lot in the last 5 to 7 years, bro. He doesn't look like he takes sound advice, even when they talk about like his creative process in rapping. Like he doesn't listen to anybody. He just does what he wants to do, and that's it. That's why you don't really get the thought-provoking raps or like the coming of age of Dwayne Carter. You don't really hear those types. You'll never get a 444 from Lil Wayne. You know why?
I mean, never say never, because we never thought we'd get.
Nah, that nigga, bro. No,
we didn't think we were gonna get.
He's not intellectual enough.
We didn't think.
What do you mean?
I disagree. I
disagree.
If you're about to say that you thought that we wasn't gonna get a 444 from Jay, I think he tried it on 2 albums. He's been trying to make 444 for like.
I didn't think it'd ever be successful because I hated a lot of those Jay albums. So.
Oh well, you didn't think it would be successful, but he's saying that he doesn't think Wayne can do it.
Oh, I think Wayne can rap about anything. I think Wayne is the one rapper who, no matter what you put him in, can find his way to rap in any fashion and make it work. Like Wayne really can get into any pocket. He's proven it before. So I think we can't just say he can't do it, because he can. It may not be the greatest, but he'll attempt it.
It's finished.
I don't think so. I think Wayne really has been having an incredible year, especially with features. Like, I did not think I was gonna like the No Ceilings 3. He rapped his ass off on that shit. Like you can't say he didn't. Like that sounds like Wayne. But when we go for Wayne, we don't ever go for songs a lot anymore. Like that song Wayne, we've stopped going for probably, I want to say like 7 years now.
That's what LaShawn is saying, Danny, not to cut you off. He's saying that Wayne, like what y'all said. Wayne
I was segueing into something else.
Rapping his ass off.
Yeah, that's the whole point of segueing too, is the point is you don't go to Wayne for that anymore. But what you do go for Wayne is just rapping. No matter what, Wayne is going to rap his ass off. He's going to attempt to kill anybody he's on a song with, especially in the last year. He's really jumped. Like, you don't expect him to sound the way he sounds after sounding the way he's been sounding or moving the way he's been moving this year.
Yeah. So the way I put it to this, right? Jamal Crawford scored 40 points in his last season. I'm still not picking him first round, second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, sixth round, seventh round, eighth round. He can give me a good performance here and there, cool, but I'm not searching for Jamal Crawford.
That's fine. We're not searching for it, but when he pulls up and goes off, we're going to give him his just due.
Yeah, that's right, but that's all he deserves.
Wayne pulled up and went off a few times this year that he deserved his just due.
And Wayne is fine with that. And I'm pretty sure Wayne doesn't even care about the reviews. Because at this point, Wayne is doing
he does. That tweet says different.
How to find them.
That tweet says different. That tweet says very different, that he's like, he really
about
feels
the Grammy
like
shit?
Yeah. I think besides the Grammys,
I'm about to look for that.
I think Wayne sound. I don't even think he really cares about the Grammy so much, but I think it's a very general statement that he doesn't like how he's viewed at this point in time, and I think it's what ends up happening with a lot of rappers. It's
he used the word worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely not worthy of the Grammy.
Yo, words mean things. Well, to me, words mean things. It's no. It's one thing to say, yo, I didn't get an invite, but for him to ask, am I not worthy? I don't know. I'm very strong on words.
No, I agree.
That's a strong word to use.
Yeah.
Wayne's an art. Like this is why Wayne feels offended, because I don't think Wayne had, like, you know, his projects could be nominated for Grammys and anything like that this year, unless like they move the totem pole for how like mixtapes can be acknowledged. But I think for Wayne, he puts himself on the same level as Eminem and Jay. Eminem and Jay get invited to the Grammys. He's like, why am I not invited with Eminem and Jay and Nas and Snoop? Even though Nas and Snoop never won a Grammy, they still they attend the Grammys. They get a seat. They get invited. And I think for Wayne, he's like, yo, like, why the fuck am I not invited? Like, you know, it's like if the motherfuckers from Motley Crue still get invited to the Grammys, like, and nobody's been buying their shit for years, or fucking Ozzy Osbourne, like, you know, like they all look like train wrecks. Like, why am I not invited? You know,
he's
like
right.
they're drug addicts.
He's right. He's a legacy act. Treat him like a legacy act.
So
like, yo, let's be realistic. If Wayne didn't move the way he moves the last few years and didn't handle business the way he handled, Wayne could have easily gone out as being one of the first hip hop Vegas acts. Like, there's a lot of hits that Wayne could just come out and perform on Vegas thing that people would pay to see. White people would pay to see. Like, that he would come in.
Well, you're right, but I don't think he was the first. He would have been the first hip hop.
Yeah, no, I'm saying he could have been the first had he moved correctly and handled his business properly. If his business was in order, and if he kept himself together. Like, the career he's had, he really could have been the first successful.
Yeah, I'm looking at the tweet now, and one, I'm shocked that he wrote this. Two, like it really seems like he's, because, you know, Lil Wayne did have like this tour, I Am Music, and I know he really embodies, like, that's all he really cares about. So I guess this is a part of the musical aspect. But then it's like, yo, if you care about that, why do you even care about the business just as much? You know, if the business is intertwined with the music.
You know how hard it is to get artists to care about the business side of things?
Yeah, that's very true.
Most artists don't know shit about. That's why they get robbed.
What were you saying, Reg?
How an artist like Wayne can just care about doing the music and not the business. That's his whole career. Like, he just loves doing the music. He loves to rap. The nigga don't even like giving you choruses half the time. He just like rapping. He just raps. That's all he wants to do. That's why mixtapes are like a really, really great outlet for him. Because
one of these days, First Class Breakfast, we gotta start doing like a 30 for 30 on hip hop artists, bro, because this 30 for 30 on Wayne is gonna be nuts, my nigga. Oh, edit that out, Tim. Edit that out, because this is nuts, bro. The rise and fall of Lil Wayne is probably one of the craziest ones. Like, I can't name another rapper who has peaked this high, and it just seems to be falling at like a uncontrollable speed, bro.
Nah, I think it's a very slow speed, because he's still Lil Wayne. It's not like we like.
Nah, we're not talking about. I don't look at him the same. I don't.
Okay. He's the Mike Tyson of rap.
He doesn't have that prestige to me. You know what I'm saying?
If he's the Mike Tyson of rap, he's gonna come back.
He's the Mike Tyson of rap. He's the Mike Tyson of rap.
If Wayne's the Mike Tyson of rap, he's gonna be fine.
You know why?
What's Mike Tyson?
No, I'm just saying, period. He's just saying
Mike Tyson's career-wise. If
he's Mike Tyson, he'll be fine.
Because the way he's had his peak, his decline, the way he came in, the way he owned the game, like, he was undeniable. He's one of the most clearly influential rappers of the time. Like, and he still, when he just popped up now, years later, and he showed it may not be the old Tyson, but he could still hang to a certain extent.
That's a good one, Danny. I like that. That's a good analogy. And on that note, I'm going to close things out. I'm Taurian B.
I'm First Class Regg.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.